you see us? Hello viewers and happy holiday. We are on another edition on Can You See Me? And we'll be continuing from where we stopped from last edition. Last edition we go through what some of these students from a public secondary school have written after we met with the school. Most of the questions were so alarming. We asked them 3 questions. What is it that you can do that your parents don't know about? What is it that you have done that your parents don't know about? And what ability do you have that your parents don't even think you have such ability? And we got those questions, and it's so shocking to see some of their response. Very, very shocking. From the statistics of their answer, it shows that there's a disconnect between parents and their teen children, and you can see that these teenagers, they are in another world. They are feeling isolated, and they feel their parents don't understand them at all, or their parents don't know them. So that's why the things that they do, it will be so shocking when some of their parents heard of it. Anyway, here with me today is one of us, a team member of Comfort Brown Foundation, and she is.
Hello, good morning. Oh, sorry, rather, good day. I'm Miss Victoria. I'm a very active member of this wonderful organization, and I'm pleased to be here today.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. She's also into children, very, very good, a professional in that aspect, and she's also an educator in that aspect. Yeah. So that's why she is here. At least you can see from the viewpoint of the educational aspect.
Yeah.
So we'll continue with some of these questions. Like after going through with some of the last 3 questions, I was somehow shocked, and I guess from my conclusion is that parents,
they have a lot to do.
Parents, you have a lot to do. Learn to give these children a little space. Learn to listen and understand with them. Okay, one of these questions is that what your parent does that she don't like. She say her parents always embarrass her.
Wow, okay, that's very common anyway, so I don't know what to do. Okay, based on that aspect, many children, they come to me without complaints, because as an educator, I get to meet a lot of them. I have this, I'm very playful. I may not look it, but I'm very playful with children, and I give them this forum, or this space. Like I'm a free space. You can always talk to me. Like for me, you don't have to feel shy or whatever. We're friends, so they feel comfortable around me. And many of them come to me without complaints that their parents embarrass them. And I'll ask, in what ways? How did your parents embarrass you? So then we'll say maybe the parent, maybe like a child that is up to 12, and the parents will be treating that child in front of their friends, their peers, or even visitors that come to their house. The parents will treat them as though they were still 4 or 3, like and they feel so bad. Children have very delicate emotions.
Okay.
They have very delicate emotions, and every parent should be able to be sensitive to the emotions of their children. Don't say, they are small child, what do they know? I beg you, how can a small child like you be embarrassed? On the contrary, children even feel more embarrassment than adults.
So you're trying to say that at this teen stage, they want to have this freedom?
Not necessarily freedom, they just want to be heard and to be seen. They want to have that expression. Let them express themselves. Don't always impose yourself on them, right? Don't how will I use it? I don't even know the right terms to use. Don't be just let your children express themselves in their own way, because they are individuals. At this stage of teenage, they are individuals. They have their own character, they have their own person. Let them show you the person that they are. Don't impose who you think they should be on them.
So indirectly is that you don't embarrass your children, but parents don't know they're embarrassing their children.
They don't even think children can be embarrassed. That's the funny. It's mind-blowing.
I just feel that parents should know that at a different stage you see some developmental growth on your child.
True.
So as they are growing, you start to see them as adults. They can still be your baby, but don't skip that developmental stage of these children.
Don't be too familiar.
Yes, it is necessary. Yes. Another question here is that what she don't like her parents doing is that they can advise for more than 8 hours and still say, I don't have much to say.
Sorry, I had to just laugh out loud. Many parents are so guilty of that. I fall under that category sometimes. Sometimes I'll see a pupil that is not doing so well, one of my students, and I will sit down and be, oh, you're doing this, how would you do this? I expected so much from you and you disappointed me. And I would say, in fact, I don't even know what to tell you, but I've been talking. I've been talking, and yet I don't know what to tell you. So many of us, we should learn to, these children, their attention span, each child stage has attention span. Recognize that, respect that, and don't let your conversation with them, especially when it has to be with you making a point or you passing an important information or message, don't let it exceed that attention span, that time. Don't exceed your limits, because then you're boring them, and at that point you've become you're like a joke.
Okay. Because
they will take your words for granted, because by the time the minutes or hours allotted to your speech has expired for them, they are there, but you're talking to yourself.
So indirectly, that parents should be firm when they are correcting their children.
Not just firm, keep it brief, keep it important, hit the salient points respectfully, because yes, your children need respect. Don't say they are children, how will I respect them? No, they need respect, because they're also human beings. Every human being is entitled to respect. So just say your point, don't beat about the bush. You don't have to even bring comparisons into it. Don't beat about the bush, don't bring unnecessary comparison. Tell them, hey, look at what you did, or look at what you're doing, or look at what I think you should do. Don't you think you should have handled this like this or like that? Interact with them respectfully.
Okay.
Without being too lengthy about it.
Thank you. Another question here is that what she usually do that her parents don't know is, I always go to my friend's house while going to church and be late. Meaning, instead of her to go to church directly, she branched somewhere, and this her parents don't know. And in the mind of her parents, she's heading to church. So there's a disconnect. So what is that reason that she cannot tell her parent that I want to go and visit this my friend? Why is she doing that at, I don't know, behind their back? What do you think?
Simple. Very simple. Lack of trust. Lack of trust. A lot of parents, they are more focused on, they think that in trying to protect your child from the world, you have to be too corseting. What do I mean by corseting? You're tying them too tight to your apron strings. You don't let them explore. Okay. Some parents do not even know their children's friends, and it's very sad. Okay. You should know your children's, know the people in your children's cycle. Their teachers, both academic teachers, Sunday school teachers for those who go to church. For the Muslims, the people in their Islamia, that's their Islamic school. Know people within their cycle. In the neighborhood, know who they interact with. So you can even be that way. You're even able to control the people in their lives, and that way, even if they feel like going to see their friend, maybe such a parent doesn't let that child go out much. And that child just wants to socialize, just another social being. Because man, I used to tell a friend of mine, I said, if you take society away from man, we are nothing but base animals. At that point, we're just like the goats and the cows. Because human being, what makes us different from other animals is societies, social life. Okay. And then you don't allow your child to socialize, and that socialization is a very integral part of being a human, not just growing up or being an adult or a child, but actually being a human being. So when you now refrain or restrict your child from interacting, you can even invite his friends or her friends over to the house. Okay, seeing this young lady, you're talking about friendship. So what she has done that the parents can never imagine. She said, I follow my neighbor and go to her boyfriend's birthday. So I think at this stage, the truth is that children are different. There are some children you can keep, you are the one that will be begging them, please go out. Introvert. Go out. Introvert. Go and meet your friend, go. They can stay indoors, yeah, okay? Yeah. And there are some children that you can't cage them. I think as parents, you have to understand the temperament, the nature, their type of social life. It will help to bond with them. Like this type of person, she's an extrovert. Yeah. You can't keep her in the house. It's not a bad thing, but you have to find a way as a parent to engage this child, to bring out the best in her. She is about going to church, she branched. Now again, she now follow her neighbor. It's not her business. She followed her neighbor to her boyfriend's birthday. We're saying this. She might not even be invited. It's because the boundary was not created. That see, this is wrong. this kind of life is the parents did not create
I'm
that
not
boundary.
done. And she will now like that she's going to her friend's house, meaning that her friend knows some setting of her friends, not all of her friends. So now she's going to project a friend that will be suitable for her parents. You know, parents, there are some friends, this one is okay, this one is a good friend, follow this friend. So I think this is what this little girl, this teen, because these are children from the age of 15, 16, 17, 18 that we met.
Okay.
So this is what she's projecting. Parents, can you see them?
We're still saying the same thing. Know your child, know their friends. Be your child's friend. That's just the summary of it. Be your child's friend. Because when you create a safe space for your child to interact with you, they will even be the one telling, Mommy, do you know this person? This person, this person. I have a friend, her children tells her I don't know how she's doing it. She has like 4 children or 5, and each one, they all have, all the children's friends come to their house. She doesn't, even though she's not comfortable, she will just look at me. If I'm there and that person comes in, she will look at me like, this is the person I was telling you about. I'm not too comfortable with my child being friends with. But I see her being so cool. She's not cool because she wants to pretend. When that person goes, she will now tell her child, you know, I've told you several times that this person, the way I'm seeing something, she won't give the child, reasonable and very logical reasons why she feels that person is not a good friend. And you see her daughter actually considering her words. She doesn't go, oh, that person should never come to my house again. I don't want to see that person yet. No. She will just play cool when the person is there, act diplomatic. Oh, how's your mom? How's your dad? How's school? When that person goes, she'll call her daughter to the inside the room and say, but you know, I've told you I don't like the way I've been following this person. Work with him or her carefully, because I'm not so convinced of this person's path. So that this person does not lead you astray. Remember what I have taught you. She already said that foundation. She already knows the family values. She knows what the family stands for.
That means in that family right now, there's a structure.
There's a structure.
Because if there's no structure, it's just that a foundation that is already faulty cannot be built at all. It will collapse. It will demolish. And the bitter truth is that some parents also need help.
Many parents don't know how to
They have not even finished structurizing themselves. How much more to have a structure in a family? Once you have a structure in the family, every member of the family, that these are rules that is guiding everyone. And you as a parent, you are abiding by that rules. You know the bitter truth about parents that we like giving rules we don't follow. I don't know if you understand. Recently, I told my children, you don't eat in the car. So me, I had to eat. I have to show them example that I'm not eating in the car. There's nothing wrong with eating with the car, but when they eat in the car,
particles,
they mess it up. So for me to put that structure in order not to mess the car up, I said nobody is eating in the car. So me as a mother, I have to adhere to that, no eating in the car. So if there's a structure and they see that you as a parent, you are abiding by that structure, it will build them up. And I think another thing is that is the way some parents react when their teen is trying to talk to them.
Exactly, parents are actually more dramatic.
Because if I come to talk to you, maybe the girl come and say, okay, mommy, I want to follow my neighbor to a party. The mother might just react.
You will lose it. The typical Nigerian parents will lose it. You know, they go club. This making you want spoil. So they will lose it.
It's your reaction that will make your children withdraw from you.
Yes.
When they see that you don't react does not mean that you don't stand on your ground and tell them this is right and wrong.
No.
But when they see that you don't react, you are not judgmental. No teenagers want to be condemned and judged. That is just it. So when they see that you don't react, you are not judgmental, you don't condemn them, it will give them that
was why I used this lady as an example.
Atmosphere of opening up to you gradually. It's not, they will not just know that as a parent, you have to take that the children will not open up everything to you.
They test your levels of reaction. A teenager will watch you when she says A, she will watch your reaction to the letter A that she said. And if your reaction doesn't, maybe it doesn't go down well with her or him, she'll be like, mommy's not ready for this formation, and then she withholds or he withholds. But when she says A, and we're like, oh, A, even though inside you're screaming, A!
Take that shock as well.
Because just pretend. The cartoon, this Madagascar, say wave and smile. Just like, oh really, A? And then child say, okay, she's not really losing it, she's in A. Let me try B. And that way you see that you start gradually gaining your child's confidence. Even if you've not been doing it right before, it's never too late, I think. It's never too late to try to get it right with the children, because with what is happening around us, there's so much degradation in society. It's never too late as a parent or as a caregiver or as a guardian to get it right with your ward, especially those in the teen age. Because the things we see these days is this sexual misconduct? Is it drugs? Is it sex?
It's
everything.
trending.
It's mostly
It's
prevalent
trending.
in them. It's so common. You know, let me shock you. A child that is is it 9 years old, 8 years old, and they're talking about intercourse in clear detail. Where I work as an educator, and the class teacher was like, "Oh, Miss Victoria, come and see what the children are discussing." I said, "Stay cool, stay cool. You're supposed to feel privileged that
they're opening up to you,
that you are able to even hear this, because children open more to their teachers than to their own parents, because many parents, maybe because of their attachments, when you see your baby that you gave birth to and nurtured, and this person is talking about sex, they tend to lose it, so they feel more comfortable telling us, their caregivers, or their teachers rather. So I wish many parents can be to their children what we are to them. Listening ears. Sometimes we listen and hey, we hear things, we see things.
I'm going to take this last question for now, then we'll talk about some trending things happening in the teen world.
Yeah.
The child that what she don't like, what her parents usually, when I say parent, is daddy and mommy.
Yeah.
So we are in African society that every blame fall out on mommy. That is, go to your mommy, go meet your mommy. No, so daddy, you are part of this. She said that they pour out their frustration on us. When I read this message, that is what is happening in Nigeria, the economic situation, but that is not an excuse.
No.
Because after a long day of working, you can see that your children are sensitive. They become annoying and angry at everything we do. So now the parents are bringing the frustration down from their working place.
The backlogs.
They bring it down home. See, that is totally wrong. So the frustration from their working place, they bring it out. And because of that frustration, the girl said, I am in a relationship. She needs her peace of mind.
Imagine a little child.
Yes.
Peace of mind in a relationship.
So the frustration going on in the home has pushed her to be in the relationship. I'm talking of a girl of 16 years. And it depends on who is this person she's in. It might be somebody far older than her, and this person is going to expose her to things that her parents don't know about. What is your take on this?
Well, as I always try to say to many parents, in as much as it's difficult, try to keep your baggage. Let me use that word, baggage.
Okay.
Your emotional baggage, your physical, whatever baggage is, whatever you're dealing with, try to keep it within you. You can let your children know, okay, I'm going through a little difficult time, I'm having a challenge, but don't let the backlogs of your emotions caused by those challenges to spill onto your children.
Okay.
Even if it's difficult. So I learned a trick from someone. She said, when your emotions are on the rise, or you're feeling angry or something, just take a water and take a sip, because that few seconds of pausing to take a sip of water, it does a lot. If you wanted to shout, just quickly open your bottle. No matter where it is, just rush, look for it, and take a sip. It's not easy.
It's not easy as parents. I will always say parenting is not by force. It's intentional, because for you to be intentional, the pressure is real.
Now, as I said, I suggest you have to just try to know when to breathe. And when you come from work, it's for you can just say, oh, you know what, I'm tired. Can you just pause? Even if the child is persisting, that's when this exercise that someone told me about comes into play. You can just try to take some deep breath. Because this person is damaging their child, hurting their child without knowing that they're hurting their child. And maybe that parent really loves the child. Besides, he or she is going to work because of that child, to be able to get money to fend for that child. And yet you're now coming back, and that person you love so much, you're hurting that person unwittingly, unknowingly.
So parents, our teenagers are crying out, can you see us? They want to be seen. Can you see us? They are crying, and we are losing it. There's disconnection. There's a disconnect. They are crying out, can you see us? And because they are screaming they want to be seen, they want to be heard, it has made a lot of them to do things they are not supposed to do. From our survey of statistics, I think almost 60% already have a boyfriend. Almost 60% already kiss a guy. I'm talking of 15, 16 years. They have already done that. Their parents are not aware of it. So these people, they are screaming, parents, can you see us? Please see them, connect to them. We'll be discussing some trending things, and we're taking that in series. There's what is trending now, drug, and it's already in primary school. I'm not talking of secondary school. It's already in primary school. There's what they talk about, different apps on the social media. Parents, you don't even know nothing. When a child is, some parents know nothing. Only what some parents know is to enter Facebook and come out. go and gossip in Facebook.
Can I even interject something briefly?
Okay.
You know, from my experience as an educator, they are saying kiss. Let me tell you, when a child tells you they've kissed, check it. They've actually gone further than kissing. Many of them have at this age 15, 16, it's common they've had sex.
Oh my God.
Yes, they've had sexual intercourse, or they've had something close, or maybe they've made out. You know, they've gone to they have zone 1, zone 2. I don't know how they used to say it. They have terms for this. Some of them have gone like beyond the first base. First base is just kissing. Some of them have even gone into the real thing, but because they feel like you may not be able to handle it, or you don't want to be judged, they only tell you that they've kissed.
Okay.
When a teenager opens up to you and say, "Oh, I have kissed," trust me, 60% of the time that teenager has done way more than kissing.
So we can see what is trending now in the teenage world, and the teenagers say, "Can you see us, parents? Can you see us?" Is sex. It has stepped down to primary school. In fact, a 16 years old or a 15 years old right now, as a teenager, will just be looking at the parent that you don't know nothing. In fact, they feel they know more than you, don't know anything. And
They actually know. They actually know more than you.
Parents don't know.
No, even about that, the teenagers actually know more than you. There are things they've done, they've seen, they've gone to places that in your whole life, as in your 40, 50 something years, you've never in your life. you can't dream it.
So there is sex, there is drug. In fact, drug is trending among the guys. It has already entered
the guys, the girls, everybody's taking drugs.
Primary school
is
I have an event. I have an incident that happened yesterday. I will get that in one of our episodes. I was chatting with a young guy, and the view he has about drug, like he's cool. They told him that it's sugar that kills. Drugs don't kill.
Sugar kills.
Sugar kills. Drugs don't kill. That is what I have to start educating him. He did not have that education, and he even told me that he has already even decided from his charts to start taking it. So I have to start giving him a different orientation.
You have to reorient his mind. You have to work on what his parents
sugar kills. Oh my God. Then another thing that is trending is that there is lack of boundary on the usage of phone.
No boundaries, phone,
no
social media.
And parents, you are one of the people that have hyped this, you have helped this, because you don't even know that there are some apps going on the phone that your children know more than you don't even know.
Sorry, let me even interject there a little bit. Let's check TikTok. Let's just go to the most common. We all know TikTok. Who is on TikTok? Who are the users of TikTok?
Teenagers.
Who are the major influencers
Teenagers.
on TikTok? Every challenge that is brought up, who pushes it on TikTok?
Teenagers.
And who knows, like they're shooting, they're filming in your house with their ring lights, and you as a parent are watching. Some of them will, in their bedrooms, they will put on their ring lights, and if there's a challenge to show bomb bomb or ceiling dance, that was the other Washilowe challenge, they push it in your house. Still teenagers. You hardly see. Imagine someone like me at my age. I'll come and be doing the bomb bomb challenge. I feel sad, but they're the ones. Oh, it's their thing. It's their app. And parents should really need to wake up. Don't say, "Oh, you know, this is gadget." Know how to use the gadget.
There's a boundary, parents, please.
Not just that structure. Even as a parent, know how to use these gadgets. Teach yourselves on the use. So call the child. Say, "Come, this phone." Teach yourself. Many parents are just contented with their little button phones. We call it Nokia Touch here. The little button phones, even the ones that manage to go Android, many of them are contented with just WhatsApp. Facebook and WhatsApp.
That is all.
So they don't even do WhatsApp, just Facebook. They see their old friends, they put awkward selfies with their faces looking all zoomed up, and then that's it. They don't even explore, because if you don't explore, if you open any app you want to browse. The other day in my job, I was browsing for something related to my work, and guess what I saw? What was pushed down on my face, the first that popped up on that browser was porn.
And it's common with technophobia.
It wasn't even just about maybe they were showing a naked or no, they were actually having sex.
So your child will see this.
Pure porn. And they will show it as the image pops up, there'll be like a flash, like, you know, to watch more. So if you just click it, they will not be.
They will start sending you. You'll be receiving this.
Other things you want to brother, that are important, that are knowledgeable, that are improving, that help. You have to go through different levels just to access an information. But when it comes to that porn, as you click that watch now, trust me, you can even watch the full video immediately,
and they will continue sending you,
and they keep sending more.
Recently on Twitter now, they are now pumping it on Twitter.
It's everywhere.
So it's everywhere. Parents, please wake up. Parents, wake up. These children are crying. Can you see yours? It's lack of knowledge.
Some of them not even want to actually. They don't really want to be in it, but since it's pushed down their throats and it's made to feel like, oh, it's the coolest thing. If you're not doing it, you're not cool. If you're not doing it, you're not Gen Z. Yes, you're not a Gen Z.
And parents just know that in the life of your children, especially teen, their friends are the highest influencer.
Yes.
That is why as a parent, once they are that 0 to 12, you are the highest influencer. So if you miss it, don't think at teenage you become the influencer. If you are not the influencer at that adolescent age, you will not get it at teenage. Parents, please, we are begging you, we are crying, connect. It's not everything that is prayer. When you are praying, take action. I believe if you are spiritually sensitive, you will see a lot of things. The problem is that we are too religious.
Religious
is different from spirituality.
Yes, too different.
So you are praying. You can be praying at me. So you are praying. Are you looking down what is happening down there? Are you sensitive enough? Parents, please, we are going to end this. If we continue talking, we cannot stop. And there is last thing I noticed, the education system. If you see some of this write-up, the English is so poor. I mean, these are SS2 students, people about to write WAEC next year. The English is so poor.
I have to just...
And they're going to be admitted in university. Oh my God.
When I was going through some of them with her, I was cringing. I'm an educator, not just for any subject, particularly I'm an English studies and phonetics educator. So when I saw those letters from these children, I kept cringing. With each wrong spelling, with each badly phrased and badly worded phrase or sentence, I cringed. I was like, it hurts me. It hurts me especially when children are not they're not representing academically. Please, I don't know what is going on, because I remember, I'm not trying to brag that I'm so 100, but I remember that when I was that age, my spelling game was top notch. How can I not spell embarrassment? A child is spelling embarrassment EMBARAZENT, embarrass. I don't even know how to pronounce it. And then some of them cannot even construct simple sentences. This is something I teach my children in basic 1, basic 2, how to construct very simple sentences correctly. And I can teach you in SS. And these people, they'll go on to university and they cannot even, because nobody will teach you at that level.
But they can do bomb challenge on TikTok.
They can come and swear, they can come and shake their breasts, but the education, they don't even read. I was complaining to my pupils. I said, children don't want to read anymore. I told them how I'm a voracious, and still I'm a very voracious reader. I love novels, I love to read. It helps to build up your vocabulary. Parents, as children, I know it's not easy because of the generation we are in. Don't do lazy parenting. Like Coach Wendy, sorry I have to quote this lady, she's very wonderful. She said, parenting is not for loafers at all. It's not for lazy people. Parents have to be intentional. You don't do lazy parenting. When you give a child the phone, just watch Cocomelon. Just watch this. You're doing lazy parenting. Cocomelon is good. It teaches a lot, phonetics. It helps to put the child up.
It also have age grades.
But restrict it. Restrict my baby. I have a toddler. He doesn't watch Cocomelon all day. He has days for Cocomelon. I got flashcards for him. I know you say, 1 year, what does he do with flashcards? What wants he do with flashcards?
Get puzzle for them.
Already you can identify number 1, and to me that's a big deal. It's a big achievement. If you see number 1 anyway, you say, I feel so proud because I try to intentionally. It's not easy. Sometimes you're tired from work, you have so much on your head, and it's not easy. But you have to, as a parent, replace phones with novels. Please replace phones with novels.
Educational novels, because there are some novels too that are
not Harlequin. I don't want to not Muse and Bones, not Silhouette and the rest of them. Like novels for their ages, literary novels. Yes, literary novels. Replace phones, replace TikTok, replace social media for these children with building materials. There are so many materials out there, soft copies, hard copies. Please build your children up academically. Please, this one is not just the teenagers that are crying for you to see or hear. I am crying. Parents, please see your teenagers, hear them well academically.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Go to the comment section, make your comment. Even as a teenagers, make your comments.
Your contribution.
Your contribution as a parent will go through it.
Your
will
questions.
Address everything. Your question will address everything. Please, parents, we are asking, connect. follow the gents word, know what is trending and follow it. So we'll be taking most the things that are trending a bit one after the other
In other episodes.
Yes. Please try, go to the share button, comment. We need your
Like,
your likes, your subscribe. Let other parents see this, and follow teenagers. Please subscribe to this. Invite your other team. We are standing for you. We are speaking for you. We are a voice to you, and we are telling your parents, can you see us? They are being suffocated and they are crying, can you see us? Can you can you see us? Thank you. Thank you. We have a wonderful moment. Thank you, Vicky, an educator. Thank you for sharing your experience with us. Thank you.
Very, very wonderful moment.
Thank you so much.
I had so much fun.
Thank you. And once more again, subscribe, comment, share and like. Let the world hear this. And please, as a parent, connect with your children. Don't say it's too late. Don't say your work ethics and other. I'm also a parent. It's not easy. It's not by force. It's not easy. Be intentional about it. Thank you so much. And once more, this is from Comfort Brown Foundation. We stand with the children. We stand to bring relief, and we are a voice to these children from 0 to teenage. We stand by you. We stand to support you. Thank you so much. I love you.